30,000 days. That's the average number of days we get in a lifetime. Sounds like a lot, right? But here's the thing. If you're 30, 11,000 of those days are already gone. Time is slipping through our fingers faster than we realize. The good news, it's not too late. You can still grab hold of your life and make every day count. In this video, we're exploring 13 actionable ways to reshape your time, relationships, career, and more to design a life worth living. Stay with me because by the end of this video, I promise you'll feel ready to take charge of your time like never before. Let's get started. Do you remember those endless summers as a kid? A single day felt like an eternity. But now, as an adult, years feel like they're flying by. This isn't just a feeling, it's something called the time unit paradox. But you can hack this. Try something new every day. Break the cycle. Take a different route to work, learn a new skill, or try a new recipe. Your brain will have to take notice, and suddenly, your days will feel fuller and more alive. Fast forward to the end of your life. Imagine you're 90 years old, reflecting on everything. Will you remember the late nights at the office or the extra scrolls on Instagram? Probably not. Instead, you'll cherish the ordinary moments with the people who matter. This is why I use something called the Deathbed Test. Whenever you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, will this matter when I'm on my deathbed? Chances are, this will help you focus on what truly matters. And here's another tip for prioritizing your life. Make 2 lists. One for everything you want to achieve and another for the distractions pulling you away. Focus on your top 3 priorities and ruthlessly ignore the rest. Relationships are like a bank account. You're making deposits every time you listen, share a laugh, or show up. But you're withdrawing when you're late, break promises, or only reach out when you need something. And just like a real account, you can't take out more than you put in. Here's the secret to strong relationships. It's not the big gestures that matter most. It's the small, consistent acts of kindness and support. And don't forget to nurture your weaker connections too. Casual acquaintances can lead to unexpected opportunities, teaching you new things and broadening your world. Most people believe they must climb a ladder to achieve career success. But modern careers aren't ladders. They're jungle gyms. Moving sideways or learning a seemingly unrelated skill can open doors to opportunities you didn't even know existed. Focus on gaining knowledge, not just money, especially in your 20s and 30s. Knowledge multiplies your earning potential over time. And here's a secret. Sometimes, your procrastination projects reveal your true purpose. Pay attention to what you're avoiding. It might lead you to what you love. Stop glorifying busy. It's not about how many hours you have in a day. It's about how much energy you have to use those hours wisely. 8 energized hours are worth way more than 12 draining ones. Want to boost your energy? Focus on sleep. It's not just rest, it's how your brain recharges and clears out toxins. And don't underestimate the power of micro movements. Taking 5 minutes to stretch or walk can give you breakthroughs on tough problems. Here's the fastest way to master any skill or concept. Teach it to somebody else. It's called the teacher effect. Teaching forces your brain to rearrange and simplify information in a way you truly understand. And here's a bonus tip. To supercharge your learning, read biographies. Each is like living someone else's life in just hours, gaining their wisdom while skipping their mistakes. But always stay strategically bad at something. Raw emotions feel overwhelming, but here's something incredible you may not know. The chemicals responsible for any emotion only last 90 seconds in your body. After that, you decide to hold on to it or move on. Think of emotional intelligence as your superpower. It's about controlling anger or frustration and knowing how to show vulnerability. Here's a mistake most people make: avoiding tough conversations. The longer you delay them, the more emotional debt you create. Don't wait until minor misunderstandings snowball into giant conflicts. Address them calmly but directly. And there's one surprising trait that can make life brighter overnight: gratitude. People often feel gratitude but don't express it. Most people think financial success is about making more money. But here's a hard truth. The more money you make, the more your lifestyle expands. And often, the less time you have for what matters. Financial freedom isn't just about earning, it's about managing your lifestyle. Instead of chasing objects, invest in experiences. A big house or expensive gadgets might bring temporary happiness, but a shared memory, like a trip with loved ones, that stays with you forever. Live below your means, not to restrict yourself, but to create margin in your life. Margins give you freedom and open doors to opportunities you'd otherwise miss. People think creativity is magical, that it just strikes like lightning. But the truth is that creativity works more like a faucet. When you first turn it on, rusty water comes out. Those are your bad ideas. But you need to push through them because the clean water will soon follow. So stop waiting for the perfect idea. Set constraints. Believe it or not, creativity thrives with limits. Document everything you create, even if you think it's terrible. Progress is seeing how far you've come. Time management is useless if you're running on empty. Your energy is your most precious resource. Figure out what gives you energy and what drains it. Set boundaries. Declutter toxic relationships. Conserve your willpower by making decisions ahead of time. This is why successful people often wear the same thing or eat the same breakfast daily. It's not boring. It's about saving mental energy for more important choices. Here's a truth no one talks about enough. Success isn't just about what you know, but who you know. And no, I don't mean collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. Real success stems from genuine relationships. Think of relationships like a garden. Seeds don't sprout overnight. They need water, sunlight, and consistent care. Every check-in text, coffee date, and thoughtful gesture, that's you nurturing your garden. Strong relationships aren't about grand gestures or perfect timing. They're built in the moments of vulnerability and shared experiences. Here's a game changer. The best networkers aren't collectors, they're connectors. They focus on bringing people together. Think about it. Wouldn't you trust someone who helped you grow? Build connections before you need them, because when you truly need a community, it's too late to start building one. Life isn't checkers, it's chess. And that means thinking not just about what happens next, but what happens after what happens next. Here's why most people struggle. They believe what they see is all there is. But life is complicated, and understanding it means using mental shortcuts or models to make sense of it all. For example, the map is not the territory. Your perspective on life is just a map, but the world is far bigger and richer than we tend to imagine. Here's another mental model to think about. Instead of asking, how can I solve this problem? Ask, how am I creating this problem? Smart people don't just collect knowledge, they collect patterns. They see connections where others see chaos. Most people live life passively, waiting for things to happen. But here's the truth. They don't want you to know. Your life isn't something that happens to you. It's a portfolio that you design. Think of life design like a science experiment. Forget grand, perfect plans. It's about testing ideas and seeing what works for you. It's okay to fail. Each failure is just feedback for your next step. And here's something most people overlook. Tiny changes create massive results over time. Want to transform your life? Start with 5 minutes a day. Whether journaling, meditating, or learning a new skill, small wins build momentum faster than giant leaps. And forget society's measures of success. Not everyone needs to chase money or fame. Maybe success for you is spending more time with your family, volunteering for causes that matter, or simply finding peace in the everyday. Define your metrics, because they'll shape how you design your life. As we conclude this life-changing series, here's the most important lesson. Time will pass no matter what. But how do you use your time? That's what shapes your life. You don't need to change everything all at once. Start small. Choose one lesson from today and permit yourself to grow. So tell me, which lesson hits closest to home? Write it in the comments below. I want to hear your story. If this video inspired you, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe for more ideas to help you create a life worth living. You're not alone in this. Together, we'll make every moment count.